Hey, and thanks for tuning in to this month's Louisville Real Estate Market Update. We are Dream Digs. I'm Ryan Gash, your host. And man, I've got some exciting news to share this month before we dive into the market summary. Dream Digs is now the most positive online reviewed realty company in Louisville. Wow, that is fantastic. We've been working really hard to ensure that our clients get maximum satisfaction when they work with us, and we even throw in a guarantee that that's going to take place. And man, it's starting to pay off. Most online reviewed realty company in Louisville is a very exciting thing to announce. 416-0999 is our number. If you have any questions, give us a call. That's what we do. Let's take a look at this month's market summary for not only December 2016, but a clean year-end snapshot as well. First thing we want to do is we want to look at this average sold price. That's the first thing I look at when I do these market summaries. And if we go down here and look at the actual number, looks like home prices have risen by about 3% year over year. Now that's pretty standard, goes right in line with what we typically see in these parts. I'm going to just really quickly debunk the myth that I've been hearing lately that the average home price in Louisville doubles every 10 years. You know, I've never had anybody actually sit down and go over those numbers with me, but I have pulled out the calculator myself and run those numbers. And in order for that to happen, that means real estate prices have to increase by just over 7% a year. And the reason I tend to disagree with that is because incomes, which are the primary drivers, in my opinion, of home prices, incomes don't typically increase on average by more than 7% a year. Okay, obviously some folks do, but many folks don't, and I just don't think there's much credence to that statement. So this 3% a year plus 3% a year on average is about what I expect to see. So that's fairly normal, and I would argue that's a good thing. Okay, we don't want to see prices really ramp up and run up over a short time period, because typically when that happens, you then also see a blow up like you do in cities like Vegas and San Francisco. We're seeing, hearing about it in Vancouver, Canada. So there's going to possibly be some pushback on these prices, but let's talk more about that here in the absorption rate. Now, for those of you who've been watching these videos the last several months, you know that I've been really looking at this absorption rate very closely, because it's just plummeting like a lead balloon. I mean, it's just going through the floor here. Again, quick definition, the absorption rate means that it shows how long the current inventory of properties would last at the current rate of sales in terms of months. Okay, so in other words, if no new properties came on the market, how long would it take in terms of months for us to run out of houses for sale? Okay. Again, just going through the floor here, we're now less than 3 months, meaning, again, if buyers were buying at the rate that they're currently buying, we would run out of houses for sale in less than 90 days. I don't know what that's like from a long-term historical standpoint, but man, I got to tell you, from the last year, buyers have been gobbling up houses like I've not seen in several years, probably since before the crash. Days on market continues to be strong. This is how long properties sit on the market on average before they go under contract, and anything less than 90 days, man, we're ahead of the game. Not only from a local standpoint, but this is a good macroeconomic indicator as well, I argue, because if homes are selling fairly quickly, that means that John Q. Public has a job and he's got income coming in, and he's going out and he's shopping for houses. And so that's a good thing nationwide and locally. Of course, the last thing I want to take a look at here is the black line here. This is the sold volume in terms of dollars on a month-by-month basis, and of course we would expect to see that number trend down going into the wintertime. But let's ask ourselves, what is that like this year at about this time versus last year at this time? And of course, the number of units sold, this bottom right number here, has increased 8% year to date going into the wintertime. That's a great thing. I've had several seller clients sign up with us lately. They were cautious prior to doing so, and they asked me, hey, have I got any disadvantage in selling now? Should I wait to the spring? Well, my answer is no. If you've got a home you want to sell, now is a great time compared to last year. You're 8% more likely to sell this year than you were last year. That's what we want to hear. So that's good news, really good news. The odds continue to be in the favor of sellers. So that's what I keep saying. That's what I keep watching here, and nothing has told me anything to the contrary thus far. So there you have it. That's our December 2016 and yearly snapshot. We are Dream Dig's most positive online reviews of any realty company in Louisville. 416-0999 is our number. If you have any real estate related questions, give us a call. Thanks for watching.